So I think Itel has finally created a masterpiece. Believe me, it feels weird coming out of my mouth, but it's the truth. The S25 looks and feels premium for the price of 204,000 naira or $120. And yes, the name and the designs aren't original, but who cares these days? Smartphone brands are copying each other, so it's fair game. From my first impression, the only downside I can see of this device is that it has mono speakers, but let's dig in and find out if it's good enough. Now let's start with the unboxing. Here's everything you get when you open the S25 box. You get the sleek device itself, a transparent case to keep the phone safe, an 18 watt fast charger for quick charging, and a SIM ejector tool. So the design is where things get interesting. Shares striking similarities with the Galaxy S24, but there's some notable differences. Unlike the S24, it features a glass back and aluminum sides. The S25 opts for a plastic back and plastic frames. Considering the price point, this choice is understandable. There's also matte finish on the body that adds a nice touch, giving it a modern and premium feel despite the material used. The edges are less rounded compared to the S24, and it doesn't come with a triple camera setup. Instead, you find a single camera, a dummy lens, and a ring LED flash. Weighing 185 grams, the S24 feels solid in the hand. It also boosts IP54 rating, making it resistant to dust and water splash, adding a little durability to the design. On the bright side, the S25 offers practical features that stand out, like 3.5mm headphone jack, support for memory card, and dual SIM functionality. These functions make it well-rounded for a device for this price range. Now for the display and the audio, the Itel S25 is really good for the price point. Similar display specs to what you find on the Camon 30S and the Hot 50 Pro Plus. It comes with a 6.7-inch AMOLED screen. For the first time, I don't hate the display on an Itel device. Normally, they look like they have dead pixel, but this one is really colorful. Itel says it has 1 billion colors. You get 120 Hz, 1200 nits, and 1800 peak brightness. From my experience with this device, the 120 Hz refresh rate is smooth, but mostly you get 60 Hz even when you turn on the auto refresh rate from settings. When you're scrolling or using certain apps or even gaming, you might not go above 60 Hz. But there are certain times you can go up to 90 or 100 Hz while using this device. For audio, you just get a mono speaker, which isn't the best, but that's the only downside I've seen so far. The speakers are loud for the price point, but not immersive because they are one-sided. For the battery and charging, the S25 comes with a 5000 mAh battery, one of the most common battery specs you find on devices these days. It can last 16 to 24 hours depending on how you use it. If you're a heavy user, expect to get about 8 hours of battery life. As for charging, the device includes an 18-watt charging brick in the box. It takes about 56 minutes to charge from 0 to 50%, which isn't the fastest, but it's decent for the price range. Okay, let's talk about the performance and processor of the S25. It's powered by the Unisoc T620, a 12nm processor, which is not the strongest and it's one of the downsides of this device. In day-to-day performance, it handles basic stacks well with no delays or lag. However, it's not ideal for gaming. Warzone Mobile is not even available on this device, which is a red flag for a device that has 80 GB of RAM. That being said, you can still play games like Call of Duty on medium graphics and high frame rates, and PUBG on HD graphics and high frame rates. For OS and update, the Itel S24 comes with Android 14 and Itel's OS 14.5. Surprisingly, the software is smooth and intuitive with no lag so far. This should be likely to the RAM option and a well-optimized operating system. Itel even promised that the device won't hang for at least 5 years, which is impressive. And also they promised 2 years of software update, taking it from Android 14 to Android 16. And this is one of the first on any Itel device. The S25 also includes special features you find on Infinix and Tecno devices, such as IR Blaster for controlling devices, TVs, or AC. You also get Dynamic Bar, which is a sleek interactive notification bar. You get Smart Panel too. It's Itel's version of Edge Panel. It allows you to access apps easily. Now let's talk about the camera. The camera on the Itel S24 is quite impressive for the price range. The AI camera works wonder. It produces great looking photos in good lighting, especially when you have a steady hand. Even in situations where your hands are not steady, the AI steps in and enhances your photo, ensures you get the best possible photos. Now, while this might not be flagship level, but it's more than good enough. It's social media worthy. So I might not sound biased. I'll let you be the judge. Rate these photos over 10. Now for specs, the Itel S25 features a 50 megapixel main camera and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Both perform well with photos and videos. The cameras can shoot up to 2K resolution and it delivers good quality for a device in this price range. The S25 also has some great security options. It comes with an in-display fingerprint reader which is fast and easy to use, making it feel more modern. It also has AI face unlock which works quickly, especially in good lighting. These features makes this phone secure and simple to access. Now, as usual, pros and cons before I get to my conclusion. Pro number one, impressive display. AMOLED display, amazing 120Hz display. Believe me, I haven't used any Itel phone that's as good as this. Like normally when I want to do a review for an Itel phone, I'm sad half of the time, but I have to do it for you guys. Pro number two, the design. It's plastic, but it's premium and it feels good. I don't know what they did. I don't know the kind of research they did, but if you hold on to the device, you understand what I'm saying. Pro number three, amazing camera. I don't know how. It's just worth making this review because Itel is not known for these things. The selfie camera, the 50MP main camera, maybe because of the AI enhancements, they take good photos, like amazing photos. And my final pros is the battery life. Amazing battery and 2 years of software updates. We don't see this with Itel devices. Itel devices are buy, use 1 year and it's over. So kudos to the Itel team. Now for the cons, they are just two very strong cons, but they're not a deal breaker. The first one is mono speakers. Bruh, for a phone of this price, we shouldn't be seeing mono speakers, but I understand something has to give because the device is good so far, but mono speakers don't work for me. Con number two is the chipsets. A Unisoc chipset with an AnTuTu score of 200 plus. Now basically, people that use these phones are not a lot of them are heavy users, but they like to game because it's young people. So if you can't really game on this phone, it's kind of a deal breaker. But yeah, you can do light gaming, but at least medium gaming, the chipset should be better. And its benchmark scores of like 400K, not 200 and something K. For my conclusion, is this a good device? I would say yes. I think it's a big improvement from Itel. Over the years, we've not seen them offer this much quality. AMOLED display, that's amazing. Not those dead pixel AMOLED display. Amazing camera. OS updates for 2 years. Like, this is a good device to look out for. I normally do not recommend Itel devices to people, but I will recommend this because I think it's value for your money. I'm excited to see the next S26 or the S26 Ultra. Anyways, I hope you find it helpful. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Let me know what you think about this device and my review. And also don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.